Welcome, lovely, to another episode of What's Your Face Story. We are just on the heels of 2023. Aren't you happy that 2022 is almost over? Okay, so to be exact, we are 3 days away. Okay, whatever that means to you, you're probably anxious to set your intentions for the year to come. So, what do we normally do? We set the intentions for something that is physical, that is visible in the mirror, and something that we don't like and we would like to change. Obviously, that's a good idea. But what if that inner beauty, that inner balance is not aligning with the outer balance? And even if you try to go on a diet and you're not happy, you're just not going to lose the weight as quickly as you would like. And there are various reasons for not being happy. Sometimes it's a hormonal situation. Other times is something that we carry inside, our emotions that we bury and keep it quiet so it doesn't show in our environment, but we are actually hurting ourselves by doing so. Let's see. So we could set the goal of losing weight. We could set the goal of looking younger, being more energetic, having more success at work. All those things are very, very good, because when you set the goal, you try to strive to achieve that goal. But what if something else is inside of you that stops you from achieving those goals? Today's guest, Ulrika Karlsson, she's from Sweden. She's a spiritual teacher. She's a soul coach. She's coaching our soul to clear whatever is holding us from succeeding in life. She will explain to you more about this, but let's get to the bottom of this. In order for us to become the better version of ourselves, we need to feel better. That comes from the inside, from our soul. I'm very interested in this conversation, and please enlighten us on what does our soul have to do with our weight gain?
Thank you so much, Yolanda. That's a great question. So, my experience is that most of us are not aligned with who we are on a soul level. We are stuck in the third dimensional aspect with our bodies, which is like in the matrix. And we have these unconscious deep programs running in our minds, and we only have access to 5% of consciousness. That means that we are governed by 95% of unconscious programs from this lifetime or from previous lifetime. So I might, if you would take this example as I want to lose weight, which is like what many are striving for in the Western countries. First of all, it's only a program that you are not good enough the way you are. That's a program for us to keep busy in the hamster wheel, to keep running around in the matrix and not evolving. So why don't I lose weight if that's what I want to do? Perhaps I have luggage with me that I'm not even conscious of that I'm carrying, such as emotional luggage, maybe trauma, unresolved feelings, etc., etc. So all these things are stored within the memory of your soul, and your soul resides within your body partially. So that means that even though that you are trying to lose weight, you might have programs that are hindering you or keeping you stuck, keeping you small, and that you're focusing also on these things. What if you could just love yourself and accept yourself the way you are and focus on other things where you could grow?
So can I just say here, so is emotional eating part of that, what you're talking about? When we get upset or we get down, we are looking for something to satisfy us.
Yeah, that's one part of it, because we are multidimensional beings. Like our bodies are here in 3D, the third dimensional, which is called the Matrix, if you have seen the movies. And then our minds that are not tangible or that you can grasp are sort of in the fourth dimension, and the soul resides in the fifth dimension to the 10th and above. So it's like a 10th layer of chocolate cake. I love chocolate, so it's like a chocolate cake. We live here in our bodies in the third dimension, and our souls are up here. So eating can be one part of it, and we can also numb and distract ourselves with social media, with our physical appearance, with drugs, with medications, with alcohol, with sex, with work. In our societies, for instance, where we are glorifying to be busy, actually to be a workaholic in the yogic perspective, I'm a yoga therapist, that is a deep imbalance in the root chakra. So I'm always trying to get acknowledgement. I'm always trying to improve myself in the outer world because I want the love. I want to be included. I want to be witnessed. I want to be acknowledged. So it's like we are looking for the wrong things in the wrong places.
Right.
Because if I need outer acknowledgement, who am I inside? Why can I not give myself the acknowledgement that I need to thrive? So in our Western societies, we're using all kinds of things that you can use, you can also abuse. And we can use these things to numb ourselves, to distract ourselves, to keep us separated from the soul's higher frequency on who we truly are. Because here in 3D, basically what it comes down to, and my perception is that here we have the polarities, like good, bad, men, women, dark, light, night, day, etc. And we have the 95% of the unconscious programming telling us on how we should look like as a woman, for instance, that we, in the Western society, how we should look like. So I'm 51, but I still, are considered to be, my breast should be in one way, my body in one way, my appearance, my clothes. So this is just illusions. This is just deep programmings that are running in our mindset to keep us small. So there might be something in your luggage that is hindering you from true growth, that is hindering you from stepping up into higher frequencies of the soul. So here we have the polarities of fear and we have the polarities of love. And then you have the whole spectra of feelings between that. So if I say that I want to lose weight because I want to look good, right? Okay, so then the question might be, okay, so who is it important that I look good to? Is it somebody out there? Okay, yeah. So what happens if I don't look good? What happens? What does it mean? Will I be excluded? Won't I be loved? Because people are individually, we are all looking for love. We're all looking to be included, and we're all looking for acknowledgement. That's like the human nature. We want to be included. We want to be loved. But if I'm always searching for outer love and outer acknowledgement, then I'm missing out on who I am and who I can be the best version of myself. So maybe I can just see that this is just illusions that keep me distracted. Because if I am aligned with who I am on a soul level, I only am in the love perspective. So we have the ego, and the ego is only here for our survival. The ego wants to keep us put. It wants us to be stuck in the comfort zone, right? But we all know that there is no growth in our comfort zone, okay? So the growth is always outside of our comfort zone, and that is the soul. The soul wants you to thrive. The soul wants you to be the best upgraded version of yourself that you can be. But if I have a lot of luggage with me, I mean, the metaphor is, if my backpack is heavy, my luggage, whether if it's emotional, spiritual, sexual, and deep programming, if I'm carrying with it from this second to that second to that second, then I'm carrying with me the programs. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do. So if we want to set the intentions with that 3 days and 82 hours left, we don't have time to clear the soul, do we? How do we do this quickly so we can start ascending to the
Yes.
fifth? I want to be in the fifth dimension as quickly as I can.
Yes. Then the best recipe is to do your inner work,
Meaning
to
yoga.
face your shadows, to transform your traumas, to transform your inner darkness into more light. Because, like the metaphor, if the unconscious is our shadows, like then we are governed by 95% of our shadows, right? But I can transform them into more lights. And the way I see it, it's not a quick fix, because we want quick fixes. And if we do the quick fixes, then we are also doing like spiritual bypass. So each and one of us are having karma, and this karma we are transmitting out into the collective consciousness. So you and I, we all are contributing to this mess because our karma is not cleared. Our karma is full of shit and a heavy load of baggage. So we carry it with us in every second. We carry with it, throughout lifetimes. And just to clear it all out, to clear the karma is like a reboot, a reset for your soul. In the Akashic library, this is so interesting. So, and the Akashic record are like Google for the soul.
Yeah.
And in the Akashic record, everything that you have ever experienced is stored in the Akashic record.
Yeah.
Everything that might have happened is stored in the Akashic record.
Somewhere in the fifth dimension or somewhere else?
Yes.
Higher?
Yes.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I did hear about Akashic records. Very interesting.
Yes, it's so interesting. And everything that is going to happen, like your future, is stored in the Akashic record.
Yeah.
And you are creating the future of yours in this moment with all the luggage that you're carrying.
Right.
So what we need to do is to clear out the heaviness. We need to clear out the density. We need to clear out these stored traumas, unresolved, I call them frozen emotions.
Right. So that's one way of clearing the soul. Another way would be what, yoga, or what else?
So I'm providing my clients for karma clearings that works to clear the soul, moving from the Akashic records, from the downloads and the information that the soul reveals to me as I'm reading. And then another angle is to increase your frequency, is to work with the body, through the body, since everything is stored within the body, right? We are always in the ascending flow. In Western societies, we are in the ascending flow. We want to ascend. We want to be enlightened. We can hear it in our language. We want to have higher educations. We want to climb the career ladder. We want to sort of rise, right? And that is just the ascending flow. And what happens is, if you are constantly in the ascending flow, then you are moving the energy from the body up into the headspace. So you are emptying, you are depleting your heart. And the heart is your center, right? So we have to work with the descending flow, the ascending and the descending flow, and they melt and merge in the heart. So we have to live more from our hearts, not from our minds, not from our egos, not from our illusions and deprogramming, but from our hearts, where there is only love. But over the love, there's so much stored, so layers after layers of shit, of traumas, unresolved feelings, etc. So we don't have access to our hearts.
So going outside, taking a deep breath, or just getting out to the sun, is that enough to start that?
That is good. That is good. But most of us, we have so much stress stored, so we need to do it many, many times. And perhaps you have to do it as a routine.
So you were speaking about the COVID period, and in my heart, I feel that COVID kind of got us on Earth, more grounded.
So in one level, people slowed down, but we didn't do differently. We were still abusing alcohol, we were still abusing medication, we took pills and jabs and whatever to numb ourselves. So on one level, yes, but in the holistic approach and on the soul level, no, because 2020 was actually the year of the heart. And most of us chose the deprogramming of fear, right? So the separation between us became even bigger. And the separation between the third and the fifth dimensional became bigger. The separation between body, soul, and spirit became bigger. And we haven't done anything differently. So this was designed to make us choose love or fear, and most of us chose fear. In World War II, for instance, the separation was caused between these people and these people, right? So you didn't have access, if you were a Jew, to this and that, but if you were like pure blood, you have access, right? So if you are just looking at the patterns, we are repeating the patterns. It's like we haven't learned anything on a soul level. So it comes back to us for us to evolve, to be able to learn, but we still choose the same patterns and the way we have been treating ourselves and others. We still choose fear. We still choose separation. We still choose these lower frequencies. So each and one of us are upholding what is going on in the earth today. That's why it's important that each and one of us do the inside job.
Yes, so we have to. So you suggest everyone should go and search for way of releasing the karma.
Yes, that is one way that would be beneficiary for the individual consciousness, for the collective consciousness, and for Gaia. More high vibrational feelings like love, empathy, compassion, and always outer teacher. My job here is to guide you into yourself. So you are the teacher and you are the master of yourself and your life. So I'm not, because nobody out there can help us. It's again an inside job. I can give you the tools for you to help yourself. I can provide you the tools, the insights, the knowledge, the wisdom that you require to do. But I can't be in your shoes. I cannot take your steps for you. Does it make sense?
Yeah. So we have to make a choice. Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have to make a choice. And I can be the one that's holding your hand, that is providing the space for you to grow, that is reminding you, like my latest book, The Sacred Soul, A Divine Evolution Through Time and Space, to remind you that you are a divine soul from source. And you are not your thoughts, you are not your body, you are not your emotions. It's just information and deprogramming. You are a divinity. You are like stardust. You are a divine soul from source.
So we have this. So we have this within us. We just have to bring it out.
Exactly, and that's why like people like me can help you to bring it out. But it's already there inside of you, buried beneath all these layers and layers of stress, traumas, unconsciousness, etc., etc.
No, that's very good. So you do. So I'm interested in your karma clearing classes. These are group classes or just
it's individual?
Individual. Let me just show everyone. This is what Ulrika does. She offers karma clearing and other classes, of course, but you can go to this website and register and schedule yourself for a one-on-one class with her. Even if you don't know how much baggage you have, it's good to uncover that, since all of us carry that. So after the karma clearing or the yoga therapy and all of these things that we choose to do with spiritual teachers like yourself, do we feel better or do we feel worse afterwards?
You always feel better. but you can feel worse, as we were saying, like just recently, what is going to happen to 2023. It's the same with us as individuals. First, it can be like if I'm coming to you with a weight problem, sort of, and if I start with my weight, then I can have all these thoughts about, oh, I'm not looking good enough, I'm not worthy, yada yada yada, sort of. So these old programs can surface like in your face, so you have to face them and transform them. But then when you have done that, you will feel better, you will sleep better, your hormones will be in balance, your breathing frequency will be better, like your connection to soul and spirit will be better. So yes, both.
So both. Okay, so it is beneficial, like any therapy, I guess. That's
Yes.
how. Okay, wonderful. So that's a lot to think about. And
Yes.
since we are beginning the new year, it's good to focus on something that we want to improve on. So if the karmic garbage is heavy on us and we can't really shake off the weight, or we're looking older, we're feeling older before our time, and we're unhappy, so maybe maybe this is a good plan to have some intention for finding somebody like Ulrika. I'm so sorry, I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. Ulrika.
Yes,
U
that's right.
L Ulrika.
Yes, that's right. Yes, and that's true, Yolanda, because if I am aligning myself with who I am on a soul level, if I choose love, then the weight issue, then I might see that it's only an illusion that is keeping me stuck. So, and I've come to realize I was eating mud cake every day. I love mud cake. I love chocolate. So first I gained weight and I was like, oh, fuck. But then I ate mud cake and I lost weight. So it's the extra weight can be stored emotional or disconnected from spirit or source. It can be so many things. It doesn't necessarily have to be about the bodily weight. It can be weight that you are carrying, like physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, etc. So it's again the intention on what you're eating. Like, this is good for me. I was eating the mud cake and thinking, this is good for me. This is what my body is craving right now. There's something in the chocolate that is good for my heart that my body is craving right now. So to release also the judgment and the limiting beliefs that we all are carrying can also make you lose weight.
So I was thinking how to put this into like one phrase at the end of the show. So what should we do? Should we love ourselves
Yes.
more, or should
Yes.
we talk to ourselves as we are somebody else?
No, you should like many of us, we are parents or we have pets, and we are so loving and so nurturing and so tending to them, and we are forgetting about ourselves. It's like this old cliche, with the put the oxygen mask when you're flying first on yourself, because if you're passed out, then you can't help anybody else. We should just go and love ourselves even more with all our extra weight, with all our different phases that we are in life. Many people are also idolizing youth. It's just illusions and programs. So to start to really love yourself and to give yourself the love that you're craving from anybody else. So you can give yourself the love that you might never received as a child. And you can love yourself with all your imperfections.
Right, and that's where you begin the healing.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So there we go. So this is a lot to think about for this new upcoming year. And if your goal is to become a better person to yourself, that's where you start. You start giving yourself flowers. You start taking yourself on vacations without waiting for someone to offer that. So that's just one way. But another way is to get out of your head what Ulrika said, that we are walking with our hearts frozen.
So it starts with you, it starts with your breaths, and with your breath work, with conscious breath, you can change your whole third dimensional matrix experience. The breath in Swedish means andetag, and that literally translates into connecting with spirits. So when I'm stressed, the breath is limited. And when the breath is limited, my connection to spirit and to my soul is limited. So that's fine. And then if you want to dive deeper also, I mean, I would be happy to come back to your lovely podcast, Yolanda, and we can, peel the onion, we can dive deeper, we can have more conversations, or if there are any questions from you who's listening. So I'd be happy also to do that. So yes, my mission, my soul's mission is here to guide you into yours.
Yes, my soul mission is to get to the fifth dimension, to leave that plane of the third dimension. Is that a healthy choice?
It's a healthy choice, but as we are living in our bodies, we are always living in the matrix, like we are here, but we can be in the fifth dimension. This old saying, we bring heaven into earth. We bring heaven into earth through our bodies, through ourselves, and we can choose love instead of fear.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Alice.
And thank you, Yolanda, for having me, and thank you also for listening. I usually say that if there's only one word that is resonating with you, then I have paid back part of my karma, and like the circle is closed.
Again, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.